For today's video, we're going to take a look at the new home base status report, and like always, I'll leave a link to it in the description. And the first thing it says is get ready for a new venture season, commanders. The next Save the World venture season, Scurvy Shoals, begins April 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern and is expected to conclude on June 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So it looks like the new venture season is going to be located in the tropical biome, and it's going to last for about 2.5 months. And when it comes to the new venture season modifiers, the description that came with it said, warning, the HUSKS are exceptionally super during the Scurvy Shoals venture season. The HUSKS, now known as Super HUSKS, are packing some serious modifier power in the Scurvy Shoals venture missions. Here's what we're seeing in the field. So the first one's called Super Melee Monsters, and this makes takers and melee based HUSKS move and attack faster and their attack slow commanders by 30% for 5 seconds. And eliminating Super Melee HUSKS will stun smaller enemies in a small radius for a short amount of time. I believe that amount of time is 1.5 seconds. And when you chain these stuns together, they may stun stronger HUSKS. And again, that only applies to takers and HUSKS that hit you. So it'll also involve regular HUSKS and HUSKlings. So with that modifier, you may want to equip a hero that can increase your movement speed. You could also use some heroes that deal extra damage against stunned HUSKS. And since they have increased movement speed, you may also want to use weapons that snares the target by 30% for 6 seconds in order to counter their increased movement speed. Anyways, for the next modifier, this one's called Super Ranged Monsters, and this one makes flingers, pitchers, and lobbers throw additional projectiles, while zappers and blasters fire twice as quickly. All their blasting efforts are causing them to have 30% less health. And according to this tweet that I found on Twitter, apparently those ranged enemies are going to be able to throw up to 3 projectiles instead of the normal 1. Now, as we all know, lobbers throw a crazy amount of projectiles already, so you may have to use anti-air traps for the additional projectiles. But the good news is that they all have 30% less health, so you should be able to kill them quickly. And as for the third modifier, this one's called Super Tough HUSKS, and it says Husky HUSKS and Smashers have increased resistance to trap and ranged weapon damage, and deal increased damage to structures. Sure, they're super, but all that smashing power causes them to move 20% slower. So since Husky HUSKS and Smashers deal extra damage, you may also want to have somebody in your group use a constructor that increases your building health. Obviously, that's going to help you prevent them from destroying your structures more quickly. And obviously we can't test it yet, but since they move slower, you may want to use a weapon that deals extra damage to slowed and snared targets. Again, we weren't able to test it, but since they move slower, it may work. And again, they also have extra resistance to trap and ranged weapon damage. So another thing you could do is use the supercharged traps, which increases the damage of all the traps affected by your base. And those are all of the tips that I could think of when it comes to the new modifiers. If you all have any tips for these new modifiers, let us know in the comments below. Anyways, the next thing they said was, now it's our turn, commanders. Grab your gear, because it's a shooting and looting season. Eliminating HUSKS, especially those smashers, causes them to periodically drop a chest full of valuable items. Greater monsters mean greater rewards, and the more HUSKS we eliminate, the more chests we can loot. So you will be able to get chests to drop every once in a while whenever you kill HUSKS, and you'll get a better chance for chests to drop when you kill smashers. Anyways, Dungeons is also going to be returning this week, and it says that's right, it's time to fight monsters, dodge traps, gear up, and descend into the depths to confront the raging evil below. They say there are weapons and heroes to recruit along the way, magical keys, a deep and dark labyrinth, golden coins. Sounds like it's time to do some exploring. Complete dungeons to unlock heroes, a loading screen, and more. I'll leave a link to some dungeon gameplay in the description if y'all would like to check it out, but we'll be sure to stream it this weekend once it's available. You'll be able to earn Swamp Knight as a reward from one of the dungeon quests, and I would definitely recommend getting him because he's one of the best heroes when it comes to increasing your damage against mist monsters. And I do use him often, not only on my support team, but also as my commander. You'll also be able to get Mermonster Ken from the dungeon quest. And this is another hero you're definitely going to want to get because he's one of the best when it comes to dealing damage with melee weapons. And they're both going to be available until June the 19th. Now, they didn't mention anything about it, but they did provide a picture of the Chrome Husky. So it looks like they're going to be returning as well. And again, when it comes to Chrome Huskies, you're going to want to kill them with either water or fire element weapons. If you try to use anything else, it's just going to down them, and then they're going to get back up with full health, and you're going to have to kill them again. So make sure you use either water or fire weapons when shooting at the Chrome Huskies. The Blockbuster questline is also going to be returning, and this questline isn't new, but the description that came with it said Ray has gone missing. Investigate the comet and gear up to recruit a team of superheroes. Find Ray and bring her back home. Complete the Blockbuster questline to unlock the Mythic Soldier Carbide and Mythic Ninja Cloak Star. Now, I would recommend getting Carbide because he does have one of the best lefty and righties in the game, and you can pretty much melt high power level enemies with his lefty and righty as long as you build walls all around him while you're shooting it. So you're going to want to get him. Another reason you're going to want to make sure you get Carbide is because it also gives the Underdog team perk, which isn't one of the best team perks, but that's the only way you'll be able to get it is by getting Carbide. And again, you'll also be able to get the Cloak Star Ninja. Now, I don't really consider him to be one of the best ninjas, but I would still recommend getting him because you also get the round trip team perk. And as of right now, that's the only way you can get it. And both of those heroes are only going to be available from the Blockbuster questline, and you'll have until June the 19th to get them. And that's not the only questline that's going to be returning this season. We're also going to get the Yard questline, and the description says a black flag flies on the horizon. Pirates are headed for home base. Get ready for some swashbuckling, pirate plundering, adventuring. Don't forget to grab your pirate llamas to round out your collection. So it'll most likely include Crossbones Barrett, which I would recommend getting. You should also be able to get Freebooter Ken, as well as Swashbuckler Keelhaul. You can also get Privateer Hype, which is one of the best heroes when it comes to clubs. And you should also be able to get Buccaneer Jonesy. I don't think you'll be able to get Buccaneer Ramirez, Seawolf Jonesy, Blakebeard, or Hybrid from those pirate llamas, but you should be able to get the rest of these heroes. And when it comes to weapons, you may be able to get the Duelist. I didn't see the higher tiered ones, but this one looks like it's available in pirate llamas. You should also be able to get the Old Betsy, but again, that's just the blue version. You'll also be able to get Sir Hootie, and those are the only weapons that say they can be found in pirate llamas. When it comes to the Powder Keg, Jack's Revenge, the Corsair, the Walloper, the Fishing Hook didn't say it, the Bowler is not going to be available in the pirate llamas. Not sure if the Spyglass is, normally it is, but it doesn't say it is right here. Bundle Bus is not going to be available in the pirate llamas. And I'm not sure if Dragoon is or not. Usually it is, but it doesn't say it right here. So those are some of the weapons you're going to see in the pirate llamas. If y'all would like us to open up some pirate llamas when they become available, let me know in the comments below. And when it comes to that Yard questline, you'll be able to get Blakebeard the Blackhearted as a reward. And I do like his Rosie because it shoots cannonballs and deals extra damage. And I also like the fact that he increases your damage with cannonballs. But the main reason I would recommend getting him is because he gives you the Blakebeard Stash Team perk, which is very useful when it comes to Venture Season, as well as a few events like Hit the Road and Dungeons. So you're definitely going to want to get him, and he's going to be available until June the 19th. Some of the Easter heroes are also going to be returning. Miss Bunny Penny is going to be available in the event store starting on April 3rd at 8 p.m. And she's going to be available until June the 19th. And she's another one of those energy cost heroes, so she's not really one of the best heroes in Save the World. I'll still recommend getting her though, just in case they do some hero rework in the future and give her a better perk. So if you don't have Miss Bunny Penny already, I would recommend getting her at least for your collection book, so that way if they ever change her perks, you won't need to recruit her because you'll already have her. But yeah, not one of the best heroes in my opinion. Anyways, Rabbit Raider Jonesy's also going to be returning, and this is a hero that I do use often, so I would recommend getting him and maxing him out. And he's going to be available in the event store on April the 10th at 8 p.m. And just like Miss Bunny Penny, he's going to be available until June the 19th. Cottontail Eagle Eye is also going to be returning on April the 10th, and this is another hero that I don't use often, so if anything, you may just want to get her for your collection book, but I wouldn't really recommend maxing her out. And that's pretty much everything they included in this home base status report. They did mention that the Machinist Mina starter pack is going to be available until April the 16th. We've already done a video on the starter pack. I'll leave a link to that video in the description if you want to go check it out. But that's when this starter pack is going to go away, and I believe that's when we're going to get the new Robo Ray starter pack. So as soon as they release some more information about that, I'll be sure to let you all know. But that's everything that was included in the home base status report. Again, let me know in the comments what you all think about the new Venture Season modifiers. And Anyways, that'll do it for this one. Hope y'all found the video useful, and thanks for watching.